Thank you very much, Uncle Alan Murray. And of course, a little later this morning, you're going to hear from Marcia Langton on The Voice. I'd also like to start by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which we meet, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. There is a lot to talk about today, and the backdrop to the conversations that we're going to have are some pretty hefty challenges that are facing investors. Geopolitical tensions and great power plays that make the future global landscape impossible to predict. Not to mention at home, where many thought that the Reserve Bank was on pause until they were proven wrong yesterday. And exacerbating the economic challenges is the fact that that sticky inflation that's keeping the RBA so very busy at the moment is, for some, new territory. Inflation hasn't been at this level since 1990, and that is 33 years ago. And that means there's a whole generation of managers who have never seen it before. At the same time, the energy crisis means new momentum for the energy transition globally, but also a real focus on security and on price. And decarbonisation stories now are not only must-haves, but they have to be verifiable and they have to be just. Cybersecurity is another challenge. It's got a new meaning for millions of Australians who now know how it feels to have their most personal information laid bare. And we're going to hear a little later this morning from the chair of Medibank about what it's like around a board table when those millions of Australians are actually your customers. ESG risks are everywhere. So today we're going to look at how they're being managed and the impact that they're having on investment decisions. A big thank you to our conference partners today, including Ausbil Investment Management, AXI's 2023 major partner. I'd also like to acknowledge as partners Federated Hermes, Glass Lewis, IFM, MCSI, Natixis, Northern Trust, Robeco, S&P Global, and our media partner, Investment Magazine. All of today's speakers will be thanked for their contribution with a donation to the Cure Brain Cancer Foundation. And just a reminder that you can view the full program and also the full bios of all the speakers through the conference app. If you haven't downloaded it already, there's a little bit of paper, a little card on every table that tells you how to do that. The Wi-Fi network in this room is called Hilton Honours. And just a reminder that downloading the app is not enough. If you want to access the Q&A, which is the only way you can ask questions, and you really are encouraged to ask questions, you do need to log in. And of course, you can follow the conversation and join in the conversation on Twitter at #AxiConf23. I'd now like to invite Debbie Blakey to the podium. Debbie is very well known to most of you, President of AXI, CEO of HESTA. She's also a Director at ASFA and the ICGN and a WGEA Pay Equity Ambassador. Please welcome Debbie Blakey.